Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, episode 124. This is actually getting close to being one of the longest running, not close to, this is one of the longest running games that we've done. Not the longest, but one of the longest. Anyways, we are in the midst of the Forgotten Sanctum, and we are heading up into... I think the scriptorium is actually the fastest way to get to where we're going. So we're gonna head to the scriptorium. Hello, D. Hello, D. Look at his tiny head on the screen. He says, I got the tiny head, Papa. I got the tiny head, Papa. So we're gonna head up here to the Oratory of Well.
You're one to talk. For me, it was always about Maura. The fringe benefits were secondary, at best.
Wow, okay, they have arrived at a new location.
Yet the deeper we delve into the halls obscured, the more your motives unravel.
Uh-huh.
Better break this up. It can only get ugly. Uglier.
What's going on between you two?
Tane, I believe you were about to call me irresponsible, or was it greedy? Remind me.
I came here to pull Maura, our friend, out of a bad situation. At first, I assumed that you had showed up for the same reason, but I won't make that mistake again.
Okay, you came here to pull her out of a bad situation, but you did nothing and now she's dead.
Now I know better. You're just as petty and self-interested as anyone in the circle.
Tane, your entire modus operandi is what I want to do. Like that's the entirety of your character is Tane does whatever the fuck Tane wants to do.
Your sudden sanctimony is curious. Maura's dead, and with her your reason for being here. So why do you remain? Unless rescuing Maura was never your goal. Perhaps your motives and hers are more closely aligned than you led me and the Watcher to believe.
Is anyone gonna clue me in?
Apologies, Watcher. These are circle problems, and they'll be kept between circle wizards for the moment.
Yeah, the problem with that is y'all keep killing each other.
Let's set aside the question of Maura for now. A larger problem looms. We cannot allow Wel's Titan body to live. It's simply too dangerous a temptation. We must destroy it.
I feel like Tane's gonna have an objection to that. I just stabbed myself.
The only thing you'd be destroying is opportunity. Did it never occur to you that maybe Wel wanted his body to be found so that it could help those of us with the imagination to use it?
With the imagination to use it. Okay, one, Whale is the keeper of the obscured, the keeper of secrets. Do I think he wanted you to find his body and use it? No! No, I don't think that, Tane!
As cruel as this sanctum can be, I have a soft spot for that old bucket of eyeballs. I wouldn't want to disappoint our host by leaving empty-handed.
This would be a lot easier if you two weren't at each other's throats.
Be grateful you've only us to contend with and not the entire circle. Calicoth would have reduced this place to smoldering rubble hours ago.
Probably with good reason.
And I'd bet good money on you taking her down.
Don't let Tane manipulate you to further his own impulsive, foolishly optimistic ends.
Foolish optimism has never failed me in the past. At least my plan keeps things interesting.
My plan keeps us alive.
My goodness. Oof. Oof. I don't know about Tane and Lyngrath. Well, I know about Lyngrath, right? Lyngrath is very predictable. Oh, this is not where I thought it was. Oh, it's beyond that. It's just beyond that. Shit. Well, I say just beyond that. I don't think it's just beyond that. It is beyond that, but I don't think it's over here. No. Am lost. Tried to go faster way. Did not make it. Aha. Yeah, okay. No, this is... Now we know we can get back there at least, though. I was pretty sure that that is where that led, but I was not positive, so... yeah, we went ahead down past the beams of death, I believe.
Gather your part.
Gonna be the fastest way to get to where we're trying to go. Oh, it's right here. I was there. I was there.
Indeed.
A shaft of light breaks through the splintered roof of the Oratory of Well. Place Bokarnas Grimoire in the light. The light shines down on blank parchment and dim runes. Nothing else happens. That cat is entirely too comfortable. He's a sleepy kitty. The sleepy kitty. It looks so weird, like, it looks so ill-proportioned in the angle of the camera. Oh, yes, sir. As I'm rolling. I'm rolling. Don't roll off. Don't roll off. How's it going, Precursor? Wave your hand in the light. Place Bokarnas Grimoire in the light. It didn't do anything. Why does it not do anything? According to the note I found, bringing the grimoire to an eastern area of the Oratory of Whale may help restore its power. Nothing happened when I exposed the grimoire to daylight. I should try at a different hour. So let us wait. We just want to wait until midnight. A-okay. That's good. That is a bonus.
Insufferable.
You're insufferable, freaking console hot douchebag. Alright, here we go. You rest the book on the pedestal, bathing its cover and binding in cool starlight. Bokarnas Grimoire twitches with anxious, pent-up energy. The book snaps open, its pages suddenly laid bare to the starry sky. Blank parchment fill with text as if by an unseen hand, and runes once faded flare to brilliance. The grimoire pulses with energy before going still, its pages ruffled by an ethereal breeze. That's cool. Ooh, it's a celestial grimoire. Exposure to starlight has restored the runes and writing of this grimoire, although a complex cipher leaves most of it illegible. A bookplate in the cover contains a short message. If lost, please return to Bokarna for a modest reward. Agrasima. Nice.
Not a problem. I see great potential in you, Shooty.
I'm trying to corrupt my team members, console hot. Oh, look at that leg. Look at that. There's no pop-pop. No pop-pop. You're gonna roll off. See? You dumb boy. You rolling off. Mwah. I said mwah. Swimming? Swimming? Making biscuits? He making biscuits. Such a sweet boy. Alright, let's give the book back to Bokarna, and then let's go finish up the collections.
I remember you.
You do. Look what I found. She hugs the book to her chest and squeezes it, sighing contentedly.
Thank you for coming back to me.
After a long pause, she shifts her attention over to you.
And thank you, Watcher. Now I have 2 friends, and I feel richer than ever.
She passes you a pouch of coins. She opens the grimoire and flips to the later pages, chewing on her thumbnail as she reads.
This is it. Now I remember how I got involved in this mess. I was searching for a celestial catalyst.
Asena, you're looking thoughtful.
She thinks she can draw power from a fallen star. Tonderia, a waste of time. I cannot help but respect her ambition. I always assumed something like this was beyond me.
Asena turns away and folds her arms.
My mother taught me that you cannot hit a moon unless you aim for the stars. Give it a try sometime, Asena.
Bokarna pats her on the shoulder.
I have been researching the properties of wayward stars. If my findings pan out, a piece of one may be the last component I need to scribe my first spell. That and my book friend here.
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. The Obsidian devs are never going to hear this. Never going to hear this. Okay? But let's entertain the idea and hear me out. And maybe this is going to happen, but I doubt it because I have not seen anything like this happen in the game before, right? And that is, you know what the coolest things about doing things like this in games like this is watching the world really be impacted by the choices and the fact that I went through this quest line. To the point of fact of how incredibly... We play this game, right? Play this game and you get all these different spells that have these different names from the circle, right? Kalikoth's dazzling lights, Tane's freaking orb or whatever, Lyngrath's this, Sitzel's that, Archimir's this, you know, Maura's tentacles. And that is super cool. That's very evocative and that builds a strong world. How cool would it be that we rescue Bokarna, right? Bokarna gives us this little quest and we go through this process and we bring her book back to us and we bring her a chunk of a meteorite or whatever, right? And she scribes her spell. Bokarna's whatever, right? Whatever it is, whatever celestial thing it is, right? And not only does she scribe it, right? But she lets us scribe it. She lets one of our wizards scribe it, or she gives us a book. So in this game, right, like it's all based off of the tome that you have, or the grimoire you have. So she gives us a spare grimoire that has the spell in it, and then suddenly we are one of 2 wizards in the entirety of this world that have this spell. And that's cool. That's evocative. And then later on, the capstone of this is like finishing up this quest, this DLC, and then finding out that Bokarna, or maybe in game 3, finding out Bokarna joins the circle. There are spots open in the circle now, I guess. I don't know if the circle has like a specific number they try to maintain. But how fucking cool would that be? Right? Is like you load a save file into the 3rd game, and because you saved Bokarna in the 2nd game, she's now a member of the circle, and she's got a whole list of spells named after her now. You know how fucking cool would that be? It'd be really cool.
I know that a star fell on the Black Isles recently. A brilliant purple rock streaked across the sky and landed in this area. The only trick is finding it.
Okay. You're on the right path. This would be really cool. Don't let me down here.
Once I have the metal and complete my spell, I'll see to it that you are the second person in all the world to wield its power.
Woo! Okay. There's a certain kind of validation or vindication. Obviously, right, like if you're it's kind of like reading a book or watching a movie, right? Like when you guess what's going to happen next, you're like it feels really cool. Obviously, right? Like that feels really cool. I think there's another level past that when you are a director or a writer or a game developer or something like that, and you guess what is going to happen in the movie or book or game or what have you in relation to the thing that you enjoy or do or etc., right? Because not only is there the typical vindication of guessing the thing, but there's an additional vindication of realizing that someone else has the same ideas as you, which helps validate the ideas that you have to be like, so I went off on that whole tangent, right? And now it's seeming like I'm correct on the tangent, and now it just makes me feel validated for having those thoughts, because I'm like, oh, if someone at Obsidian who helped develop this game thinks the same thing I do, that must mean that my thoughts are at least on a decent track, right? You know, that type of thing.
If you had started
So
your tale by
it's fun.
explaining how
Anyways.
it would benefit us, we would have agreed to it by now.
Actually, I'm really interested in this. Once you scribe a spell, will that make you an archmage?
Knowing the circle, it will not be so simple. It could take years. Even Consulhoth had to fight for his acceptance.
Save your breath, my dear. The Circle is nothing but a gathering of old crooks dodging taxes by posturing that they care for some nebulous, unachievable greater good.
Consulhot makes air quotes by arching his eyebrows twice, grimacing all the while.
All the same, I am determined to try.
I can think of nothing I'd rather do more than search for a fallen star.
Then we are well paired. Agrasima, Watcher. The keepers of this prison might not permit you to take the star metal. If you must harm someone to claim it, make it quick.
How'd you find yourself trapped in the
I
collections?
spotted a shooting star in the skies over the Black Isles. So brilliant and bright. I sent mercenaries to find it, but heard nothing back for some time.
Oh man, just
A week
massive
later,
vindication.
their leader reported back to the observatory, but he was wrong on the inside. Like his mind was not his own. I blasted him with everything I had, but he dragged me screaming into that prison.
Hey.
There was something about my research the Hand Occult wanted to hide. They never told me what it was.
What happened to the mercenaries you hired?
The collections must have claimed the mercenaries. More test subjects for their vile experiments. Every day the keepers threw more bodies down into the pit, or fed them alive and screaming to the worm dog.
The worm dog. You quit rubbing your face, your little snotty face on me.
Sad to say that difficulties of the mind are nothing new for me. Some months ago a spell backfired, and I need a little help to recall myself from time to time. But that shrieking from the collections, that was different. It wipes you clean. Whole days passed where it took everything I had just to remember to breathe.
Pausing on the memory, Bokarna slowly massages her neck.
I think my accident was the only reason I had any mind left to recover. There was some part of me
Wow.
up here that the screams never reached.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Ask
Back to my
away,
other questions.
Aniko.
I haven't
I
found the
have.
star medal yet.
But you are generous to look. Falling star.
Okay,
Swift and quiet.
star medal. Out of Eternal Horizons. In the Halls Obscured. You have to look deeper. So I think the enclosures is the deepest, down basically where we fought that thing, but I don't remember seeing anything down there that was kind of indicative of...
Fine Edirn mead. I call it unfit for pigs.
You're a rude dude. You're a rude dude. To the sub-levels of the collections. Odie boy, Odie bodie boy, oh Odie bean. You swimming? It's not yet, pup. Keep betting and I'll swim, pup. Can't. Can't do it. Yeah. Hum. I don't remember anything that looks very like meteorite-ish. Kind of just running around at this point. It's possible that we have not yet reached the location where it would be. But that seems a little strange. I feel like we're pretty close to the end. Like, I feel like after we unlock the Trifine, basically, that it's, you know, that's pretty much done, probably. What? Hold up! The Amawa shudders to a standing position. Fungus sheaths her features, and through the lichen and mold you can make out deep gashes and mottled burns. She turns a cloudy eye upon you. The other dangles from its socket, thick mold growing around the nerves. Maura, are you alive in there?
Slayer. Destroyer.
Take that as a no. The Archmage's remaining eye focuses on you, even as her muscles tense.
The beginning of many a successful conversation.
Sighing, Asena draws her weapon. A low, gurgling roar, the creature turns on you. Okay, that's kind of horse. One, I really need you to stop fucking me, game, because I actively clicked on Aloth, and now you're just doing dumb shit. Okay.
No can do. Can't get a clean hit. Oh! Moleth, Ixi, Ona. Moleth, Ixi, Ona.
It's no use. Something's wrong with me.
Ha!
Yeah.
Moleth, Ixi, Ona.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh, didn't work. Right between the eyes. Moleth, Ixi, Ona.
Trying to keep eyes on things. Oof, that's not good.
I'm not sure how I feel.
Moleth, Ixi, Ona.
Wasted effort.
Yeah.
Iberos, watch it!
Okay, we popped them. That's good.
Feels like bleeding.
Oh, do not focus her.
Come on. Hits.
Yeah.
Hit me again and I'll hit you back. I've got this, Captain.
This is futile.
Iberos!
I'm good.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I guess I can't actually do.
Duck.
Gotcha.
Something's wrong with me.
Right between the eyes. Hit me again and I'll hit you back.
Try to petrify.
This is futile.
There we go.
Yeah.
We can kill Maura. Oh, we're so close to killing her. Nice. Nice, 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 nice.
I will secure a body
This-
that lasts.
Okay. The battle music in this place is way louder than it typically is. I don't know what's up with that.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Hey, I got
Stand together. Yeah.
set me loose on them.
Glory be to God!
I cannot whack him any harder.
That was very unexpected, by the way. Like, holy shit. I see the fungus came back with a vengeance.
I'm no help here. That's it.
The weird looking Fatalis, right? But I mean, look, it still does like giant fuck you laser beams and things, you know? So it's kind of like a Fatalis.
If I must.
I guess that's more like an Elatrion than a Fatalis. Alright, what did we get? Did I see the Netflix Monster Hunter show? I did not. Should I? Should I actually check it out? Maura's Grasping Belt. We got a +1 enemies engaged, and it grants writhing tentacles. Once per rest, you can basically cast her spell. That's actually pretty strong. Yeah, the trailer was lit. Really? Netflix Monster Hunter show. Hold up. Netflix Monster Hunter. Ooh, Monster Hunter Legends of the Guild. Alright, okay. Oh, yo, this actually looks like... Yeah. Oh, fuck. This looks like legitimately good.
Morning, Aiden. You're out early?
You know what they say. The early cuckoo catches the conchu. Tracks. Velociprey.
Wait, is it already out? Or did the trailer just hit? That looks pretty dope. Though known primarily for her eccentric spells and attitude alike, the Amawa Archmage Maura displayed equally unconventional taste and fashion. Her fellow masters of the mystic arts vied to avoid sitting next to her, as her robes, shawls, and stockings tended towards the inappropriately tactile. They would grab you. You don't think so? You've only ever seen the trailer? Gotcha. This belt is a shining example of her wardrobe, a band of some strange leather festooned in draping tendrils of unidentifiable hides and skins that twitch and writhe with every movement. Wearing it requires a certain comfort with persistent caresses, quite literally below the belt. Oof. Oof. I'm gonna grab that. I might actually wear that on me. What do we have? We're currently wearing Undying Burden. We already have Second Wind. Incoming weapon damage is reduced as health is lost, up to a 10% maximum reduction, and it gives us +2 Constitution. Versus... That's probably not better. The trailer was kind of good. Just looking at it real quick, it looks kind of neat, honestly. I was a bit concerned that... Run! Bit concerned that none of the monsters looked familiar. I mean, they looked familiar to me. Like, didn't I see a Lunastra in there?
That's no Velociprey.
And that's a fucking... That's a, not a, that's a Zitzi or whatever, isn't it? Well, not quite.
My name's Julius. I'm here to tell you an elder dragon is on its migration path. Straight for your village.
What is that?
Oh yeah, that's totally a Lunastra.
Force of nature given flesh.
Well, I think I have more experience with the Monster Hunter series than you do. So, like, so far, none of these are things I haven't seen before. I don't think.
We're gonna need weapons. Big weapons.
That elder dragon is destroying nature, and it's about to destroy communities.
Our balance with nature is more delicate than you think.
Yeah, there was a danger noodle.
Buddy, if we run into trouble, plan A is run away. Plan
You might, I might be watching a different trailer than you, though. So it's entirely possible. Yeah, absolutely. The main character is totally a young, excitable A-lister. 100%. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of excited for that. I might actually, I don't watch a lot of stuff. Here, let me see if that's the same one I was watching. My God.
Morning, Mrs. Bellflower.
Morning,
Yeah,
Aiden.
this is the one I was just watching.
You know what they say.
Dude, there's like Kulu's in there, there's a Devil Joe in there, there's the Lunastra in there.
That's no for prey.
It's not a Kulu Yaku though. That's a different Kulu, I think. And I think you're used to
I'm here to tell you
just
an
Kulu
elder
Yakus.
dragon is on its migration
Maybe?
path.
I don't know, I might be
Straight for
crazy.
your village.
What is that?
Anyways, sorry, I'm distracted. You're only familiar with world monsters? Yeah, there's quite a few other monsters. Quite a few other monsters there, my friend. Oh shit, did this... Well, that is not where I thought this took us. My bad. We are... the spore colony? Yeah, we're still looking for the meteorite. Maybe we head over here? Let's quick save real quick. Because last time we walked near fungus, it went crazy. Ooh. Really cool that the main character is the bro from Monster Hunter World. Wow. Smooth as fuck. Over here sleeping. If you didn't start Monster Hunter in the caveman era, PSP, you're not a true vet. Classic rant. I mean, yeah. That's not supposed to be happening. This is definitely a graphic error. This is not the map that has the laser beams. So, you know. That's unfortunate. Whenever you start series, yeah, absolutely. I agree. Like, I do not subscribe to the whole, like, you're not a true fan if you didn't play this, that, the other, blah, 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 blah scenario. Like, it's just a good series. Whenever you got in on the series, it's good. Guess let's head over here. I don't fucking know. This is tripping me out, though. Hum, 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 hum. Where, oh, where could any of this shit be? I do not know. Just keep going. I can look it up real quick. Just to double check. But... oh, right. It's not even like... okay. Game. This is not even the right map. Am I just cursed with this? What is happening here? Game, stop! Game, stop! Okay, don't like full stop. I need to reload my game. Well, fortunately, it's not actually hurting me, so it's just a graphic error. But it is kind of annoying. I lied. It is definitely still hurting me. Okay, definitely gonna need to reload the game. Okie dokie. Dear Lord Jesus. What the fuck? My God. What a bizarre bug. Like, holy shit. It's still going. It's still going! It's like... yo, dog. Go up to the restricted section. I don't think, like, I can't think of any places that this would actually be. Hit a bug in AC Valhalla other day where you threw a torch and launched across outer space into orbit. What the fuck? That's a bit over the top.
You have only delayed your death.
Okay. Alright, well, one. Oh no. Okay, I was gonna say.
What can I do?
I was getting a weird scenario there where I couldn't, like, I couldn't pull up the menu. I'm gonna load one more time into the Temple of Revelation and see if that kicks it, and if it doesn't, then we will probably, probably reload the game. That's... Hey! It's not doing the thing anymore. Alright, I do not want to search forever.
Cannot last, you know.
So, let's look up the Out of Eternal Horizons. Pillars of Eternity 2... Out of Eternal Horizon. And I don't want any particulars, I just want to know where the thing is. Cannot do it until you reach the upper bowels. Okay, so that's like, okay, that's in the belly of the beast. Okay, okay. My goodness. Like, everything is, like, super unhappy right now. Okay. So that means to me, we want to head back down. Well, I say back down. Actually, it's probably faster. Yeah, we're gonna go Shout in the Dark or the Inner Memories. So we're gonna head here to the Scriptorium, and then we're gonna go head over to the collections, and in the collections we're going to opt, I think, for Lyngrath's spell. We're gonna do another hard save there, though, just in case. I don't think it will, but just in case it kills fucking Bokarna anyways. We're gonna do a hard save, and I don't know. I don't know what my option is if it doesn't kill Bokarna. I guess my option is doing Tane, but I also don't really want to. So. Okay, so we're gonna do a hard save. Post Bokarna pre-Organ. Save.
Happily.
Okay, and we are going to reach down to the mouth of the instrument and get this egg, reach in, Have the egg. What's that? You know what? I don't know. I don't want to know. I'm not going to look it up. I don't want to know what the egg is. Inspect it. We did this already. And now we're going to do Lyngrath's spell into the aperture.
I'm here. Absolutely.
The prisoners of the collections are dead. Lyngrath should be pleased, but Tane might be disappointed. Fuck Tane. Tane's an asshole. Okay. Into the scriptorium we go. Where, consequently, Tane and Lyngrath are.
Watcher, if I might have your ear a moment. I'm led to understand you've sent those poor souls in the collections on to their next lives. Tane's intention to send them into the world stuffed with memories not their own was cruel and dangerous. You've done a merciful thing. I hope you'll sleep well knowing that.
We got an implosion charge. Let's see. Scroll of Great Abjuration. Also interesting. And a Potion of Miraculous Healing. Which I feel is basically useless because you can't fucking use potions in. I just can't use potions in this game. Every time I don't know if it's the difficulty that I'm playing on or what, but you guys have seen it. If you've been watching any of the videos, the multitude of, like, I went into this game being like, this is it. This is the time I'm going to use potions and scrolls and things like that. I can't. Half the time I try to use them, it just won't activate. And you know, I've read up on things, and people will be like, okay, you have to have concentration or else your stuff's gonna, you know, be interrupted consistently. Doesn't matter. I've had concentration on people, it still gets interrupted regardless. They just won't use potions half the damn time. Not even half the damn time, like 99% of the time. It's crazy. I do not understand it. What were you and Tane arguing about before I walked in? Lyngrath rests a hand lightly on your arm and motions for you and she to step away.
You saw me arguing with Tane. You should know why. We found a curious document while investigating the scriptorium. Its meaning isn't entirely clear to us, but it appears to detail a device instrumental in the creation of WoW's Titan form. The device likely still rests within the Titan.
Motion for her to continue.
Tane believes the artifact is too powerful to remain under WoW's care, and in that we're agreed. But Tane's never met an exciting new toy he didn't want all to himself.
Nod thoughtfully.
We can't let this fall into unscrupulous hands. If you find it, give it to me. I would keep it safe. Will you seek it?
Ouch. I'm kind of the opinion of the no archmage should have access to this kind of power argument. Like, I don't think anyone should have something that can, like, create colossal giants, you know? I will.
Excellent. My fate. Here's the document I spoke of.
She presses a scroll well worn by time into your hands. The Godseed manuscripts. Pages of dizzyingly complex arcane diagrams depict an intricate device of copper and stone inlaid with layers of enchantment. Some assembly required.
There's a diagram of the device on the scroll. It appears to be comprised of 3 discrete pieces. You'll need to find each of them.
Okay.
So, you discovered the Circle's favorite crank in the collections. What a curious turn this has all taken.
Circle's favorite crank? What? Is that Bokarna? You know anything about this place, the Halls of the
I
Obscured?
should love to know WoW's original intent for this place. An expansive temple to forbidden knowledge. Seems rather circular, doesn't it? Let's sate your curiosity then.
What does it mean to be Lyngrath?
To be many within a single vessel. We, are the distillation of generations. Each successive Lyngrath reinvigorates the whole, and saves us from festering. When I turn my gaze inward, when I look upon the past, I do so through my predecessor's eyes. When any Lyngrath dies, that person ceases to be, as it is when any kith's life ends. Yet Lyngrath endures, now and always. But I told you this once before, when we met at Morheck Ian. Perhaps Berath stole that memory from you.
The self is little more than an amalgamation of memory and feeling that informs the disposition of the soul. It doesn't alone define it. Given that understanding, I suppose what she describes is not entirely impossible.
I'd like to know what you think of a few of the other archmages.
Ask. I might even tell you the truth.
A smile that quirks her lips has an unusually savage quality to it. How do you feel about Maura?
Her ambition has always outstretched her ability. It's fitting in a way that it's what finally killed her. After visiting this place, I wonder if she truly developed the summoning magic bearing her name, or if Wal gifted her it.
Ouch, ouch. That's some vote of zero confidence right there. What can you tell me about Tane?
He's exhausting and exasperating, but smarter than he seems. He is an archmage, after all. Still, he's probably the dumbest of us. The definition of a snake. One wonders what cold-blooded malfeasance he perpetrated upon the Huana, that they allowed him to build a castle in the heart of their greatest city.
The official story is that the Kahanga Palace was structurally unstable, poised to cascade down the mountain until someone financed the renovations.
Wow. Dare I ask what you think of Console Hot?
It gladdens my heart to see he's finally found his proper place in the natural order, as your pet.
Enjoy your delusions, parasite. The Watcher would not hesitate to strike off your head if it served his interests in some mediocre capacity.
I mean, Console Hot isn't wrong in that, but...
Console Hot's reprehensible antics give responsible wizards a bad name.
Like all monsters dragged from the shadows, Consul Hot is smaller than he might seem.
Oof.
I do not fear the likes of him.
Let's sate your curiosity then.
Can I become an archmage?
It seems to me you're not even an apprentice, much less a practiced wizard.
I mean, you're correct. You don't seem to like imps much.
I suppose compared to Tane, anything less than rapturous exaltation looks like deepest loathing. I neither like nor dislike them. They serve a useful function, and their constant flatulence aside, they can be rather sweet. Very well.
Okay. Talk to
I don't
Tane.
know how her dragons have the patience.
Tane scoffs towards Lyngrath, shaking his head. That is another reason to like Lyngrath, is Lyngrath has dragons. Still angry at Lyngrath?
Oh, you're still here. Len and I have our disagreements from time to time. I guess that's to be expected wherever the circle is concerned. Hey, you've done some good work by us. Kept yourself busy. Don't you worry about Len. We'll have our differences sorted out in no time, and we'll be the best of pals. That's a guarantee from Tane.
I don't like that guarantee.
You know, I thought I heard a prolonged shriek of mortal agony follow in your wake.
He winces as he looks you up and down.
All this obsession over death has caused you to fray at the seams. Better keep an eye on that. Here, coins for the killer. Isn't that how you mercenaries like it?
He passes you a pouch like he's eager to be rid of it. Wow. The prisoners were dead in all but name. I gave them peace.
You did what you did. The world is a little quieter now. I just think it's sad.
I do too. Honestly. I just disagree with you in the... well, okay, so here's the thing. Jeremy doesn't disagree, but I think this character would disagree, right? Like, Jeremy would go for the option of life almost in any situation. Also, hello, Carl Sagan. How are you? How goes it? Well, I would almost always opt for, like, you know... I very rarely believe in the concept of the putting something out of its misery, right? From a moralistic standpoint. So in most video games, I will choose the giving life a chance option. But in this particular situation, right, like we're playing the Herald of Berath, the Herald of Death. Death is a natural part of life, etc., etc. So I thought it makes sense to go with Lyngrath. He snatches back the scroll and grips it tightly in both hands. Oh no, he mad. He big mad.
Always nice to see a friendly face, even if it doesn't have any skin on it.
Uh-oh.
I despise you, Tane. If I had hands, I would
This is
wring
my first
your
playthrough.
scrawny neck.
This
that
is not
goes for everyone in earshot.
so loud, console hot. This is not my first playthrough of the game, but this is my first playthrough of this DLC. So I played the game 2 or 3 times back to back when it first came out, and then I didn't play. I stopped playing it, and I didn't play any of the DLCs. So this run, I have played through the full game and each of the DLCs as well. This being the last one. So currently, everything in this DLC is new to me.
What a filthy, disorganized hovel.
Ooh, yeah, hit him up. You're one to talk. I saw your library at Cragholt.
You have no basis on which to judge me, simpleton. I've seen what you carry.
I carry everything.
Ugh. I have forgotten how much I detest mortal company. The stench alone is unbearable.
You just finished PoE 1 a few days ago for the first time. Eager to start playing this? Nice! Well, hopefully you enjoy it. I think, generally speaking, I like the gameplay in this one, in PoE 2, better than I do in PoE 1. I think it's more refined, and you have more interesting options, I think, in PoE 2. But there are certain things that I like about PoE 1 better. I think I like the overarching story of PoE 1 better, and I'll try to avoid spoilers, you know. But I like the overall arcing story of PoE 1 better than I do 2. I think I kind of like the environment of 2 a little bit better, right? But I feel like 1 has, I don't know, the characters are hit or miss on both of them. Like, some of the characters in 1 are really cool, others are really meh. Some of the characters in 2 are really cool, and some of them are really meh. But I think they're both really good games. As far as like CRPG goes, I think they're both really pretty good. Some of my favorites as far as like modern CRPGs. Quiet, I'm speaking with Tank.
I will be listening, Watcher. I always am. And when my time comes, you will pray for the indignity of bobbing in my shadow.
More wine!
More wine!
Okay, more wine. You said more wine. We've got a very little bit of more wine.
No. Yours will be a more horrible fate. That is a promise.
Rude.
I miss that guy.
Kane grins up at the skull as it slowly rotates in quiet loathing. You and Console Haunt aren't on the best of terms.
It's not like that. We're good friends. We just disagree on everything.
On everything.
Your chaotic orb is amateurish folly. Any half-wit can lose control of a spell and be delighted by its unpredictable consequences. Your career should have been consigned to the waste bin of history before it even began.
That's our console hot, right? You old trickster.
Kane scratches the back of his head and chuckles softly. It's very interesting that they added subclasses and multiclassing, but it also makes it very hard for you to decide what to play. Yes, yeah, absolutely. So, it's somewhat frustrating for me in a game like this because I really love to, like, min-max things and perfect builds and try out this, that, or the other, right? But I also want to play the characters. So it can be frustrating making my own class, right? And then making that class gel, or own class and character, and then making that class and character gel with other characters like Shodi or Adair or Aloth, etc., right? But then they'd be kind of like pigeonholed into certain stats and certain classes. So it's you know, I'm one of those people of like, I would love to just, you know, make my own team, and you can do that in this game, obviously, right? But then I don't get all of the banter. I don't get all of the story and everything like that. I really, 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 really wish they would have allowed us to just, here is Maya. Put in her stats however you want. Make her the class that you want. Go from there. Or maybe she has to have one of the classes, but at least let me build her stats, because y'all pick crappy stats, you know? Like, But either way, like, yeah, I feel you. It is somewhat option overload, but it's kind of bad for completionists, because the game is so vast that if you want to be a completionist, it takes hours and hours and hours, dozens, hundreds of hours to complete the game, right? Like I'm on episode 124 in the game, of like hour-long episodes. So it takes a very long time to beat the game if you're trying to be a completionist, and sometimes you just want to try out a bunch of different classes, and that can be really hard to do. You pick Cypher and you love it a lot in one, but kind of want to change of pace from that. Very fair. Yeah, Cypher's a really cool class. I will say there is, Seraphine has the ability to be a Cypher, and I think there's like one other NPC that has the ability to be a Cypher, kind of like out of the gate. So if you like playing with Cyphers, but you don't want to play one yourself, you'll still have probably a good option for it. So, there is that.
What can I do?
All right, let us actually, I think now is a really good time to go ahead and end this episode. We need to access the body of Weil, which we're gonna do through the Trephine, and the star metal is in the body. So we're all settled up on quest. Ooh, what about this thing though? Helder's Inheritance, right? Ooh, let's go over here.
Indeed.
Throw Helder's horn into the flames. The godlike horn glows, first purple, then bright red, before erupting in a shower of sparks that spray the floor around the brazier. Oh, we've got 3. No, that's 2. Why is that 2 out of 4 lit? I don't understand why that's 2 out. Let's go check this thing. See what's up. Did it unlock? I don't know. It's my party comp, and how has it been for Path of the Damned? Let me grab this and finish this episode, and then we'll do like a deep dive, okay? We've got Wake's Oracular Focus. +1 enemies engaged. Is this a... Okay, this is shield. +1 enemies engaged. After empowering an ability, I don't really empower, so this kind of is whatever. +5 deflection for 20 seconds. That's nice. Grants enlarged shield. Wielder overcharges the focus, increasing the radius of the shield and granting a deflection bonus for other nearby allies. That's actually pretty nice. Fashioned in the likeness of an alien creature of writhing tentacles and bulbous eyes, this focus was crafted by the Wake Helder, one of the founding members of the Hand Occult, by their own histories. The focus draws on the soul of the wielder to project a thin layer of defensive energy. While far from solid enough to actually halt a strong blow, the shield can deflect projectiles and weapons, preventing them from striking. And we can enchant this. Nice. Just oh, no, okay. We can give it strengthened for more deflection, so 12 deflection instead of 8, or we can do varied enlarge, where they gain defenses instead of just deflection. Cool. Greater channeled shield, 10 deflection instead of 5 or 20, and 5 deflection until the end of combat. That's really pretty nice. Still probably not going to use it, but that's kind of cool. Hey, what did we get? We just got an achievement.
Swift and quiet now.
It is one of them. Obtain all of Wake Helder's items. Cool. Sweet.
I'm on it.
Okay, that is going to be the end of this video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.